Here at the Nike opening, day 3 with Jacques Patrick. Jacques, could just tell me a little about how this experience has been for you and the chance to come out here to the opening.
This is a great experience, to come out here with all the top guys, and to do the stuff that they're allowing us to do, to get all the gear. That's the best part, and compete, learning from these great coaches and meeting these great people. And we just spoke to Tony just spoke to us, and that's a blessing, to have people like him speak to us, put some wisdom in our heads. So it's a great experience.
What did Tony Dungy say to you?
He was just making sure, that he instilled some wisdom in us and make sure that we're on the right path and all that kind of stuff, and stay on the right path.
Making the right decisions.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of swag you got so far from Nike?
I gotta say, they got some recovery tights they gave us.
Recovery tights.
Yeah,
all right.
Recovery tights. So I would say those are.
So that's actually something you wear playing ball. It's not something you wear just outed.
Nah, the recovery tights is for athlete. So I'm gonna go put them on right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you can be fresh for the second session.
Yeah.
Who's somebody you've met here you didn't know well before, and now you're starting to get to know them and having a relationship with?
As far as players?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Damien talked over text before, but now me and Damien we're roommates actually. So I got to know him better. We're talking to him. A lot of guys I met at the Rival Challenge, but that's one of the guys I met. A couple other guys. It's just a fun experience meeting everybody.
Gotcha. Earlier you told me you're down to Florida State and Alabama. What is it about those schools that you're really feeling?
Yeah, Florida State, Alabama, schools that cemented themselves in my top 5. A couple of schools in the mix. I'm going to, after my Florida State, Alabama, and visit, and my Florida visit for the Friday Night Lights, I'm going to name the top 5, and then I'm announced in October.
Both those schools run a very pro-style offense, not very spread. Is that something that's important to you to play in a pro-style offense?
Yeah, because a lot of spread teams, they're really, in this game, in this day and age, running backs, of course, haven't been going first round, so you want to make sure that the NFL scouts see everything you're doing. And the pro style offense, I feel like that's that'll allow me to express all my talents.
Yet they do rotate backs. It's not something where just one back gets 30 carries a game. Is that important to you as well to stay fresh?
Yeah, most definitely. I was talking to Coach Graham at Florida State about that, and he was telling me how the scouts, Atlanta Falcons, was saying how they love that Devontae Freeman. He came in fresh because he rotated with 2 other guys.
What's something special about each of those schools, Florida State and Alabama, that really stands out to you, kind of makes them unique?
Florida State, obviously, me and Coach Graham's relationship, me and Coach Fisher's relationship, and then Coach Stricker too. And then Alabama is just the history. With the running backs, you can't go wrong. If you get on the field, you most likely going first or second round.
You're one of the players here with a lot of followers on Twitter and very very popular player nationally. But there was a time back freshman year we didn't have any offers, and then all of a sudden it seemed like a month or a week that just Florida popped you, and then Alabama, and then tell me what it was like to get all those offers just so quickly at a young age.
It was crazy at first, I remember I asked you about it. I was like, and it was like 1 week. I went to UCF. I visited UCF, and then I visited Florida the next weekend. I thought UCF was going to offer me that weekend. They didn't. But I went to Florida, and Florida, I thought Florida was going to offer me, but I came home. They didn't offer me, so I went to Florida State the next week. They offered me. And I went. I got on the phone with Florida after that, and it was like, oh well, we did offer you a scholarship. Technically they did, but I just didn't know what the offer was at that point, so it was kind of crazy. And
then all of a sudden, coach started hitting you up. What's special about Alabama? Just to follow up on that.
Alabama, Coach Nick Saban, of course. Recruiting classes they have. You're gonna be around great players, and that's what I'm all about. Competing, and trying to get better every day. And going to Alabama, the players there, the coaches, you can't really go wrong.
And for the fans at home, when do you plan on committing? Is it going to be before the season or after the season?
October 27th is my little brother's birthday.
Okay, very cool. Something symbolic there. All right, from the opening, Jacques Patrick.